Welcome back, everybody. My name is BluJay, and we are back once again on the Unity SMP, and I'm here with xDarkAbsolute. Say hi.
Hi.
All right, man. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Let me tell you guys what we're going to do today. In today's episode, at least for part of it, we are going to do a little bit of world tour with each other. Dark is going to show me around his treehouse and what he's been working on so far, and I'm going to show him around my treehouse, and we'll see what the differences are. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get started with today's episode.
Over here, it's the entrance. I forgot to remove that chest. So this is a 2-floor house. I want to begin with the second floor.
All right, all right.
I have a very cool poster here. You guys can see it.
Dude, that's sweet. I saw your episode where you built this enchanting room or enchanting book store. Dude, that's awesome. Looks so good.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna look that good with concrete.
Yeah.
Like, I've always used the wool and other colors. I never used concrete, and I really like how it ended up looking.
That's awesome.
And over here, I have I don't know what it was going to be. It ended up being like a cocoa bean room.
Okay.
And I have some cocoa.
Oh, nice. So it's like a little mini cocoa bean farm if you want it to be.
Yeah, I have like 5, 6 stacks.
Oh, nice.
In this chest. And yeah, that's the room, the cocoa room.
If I ever need any brown dye, we're going to have to do some wheeling and dealing because I don't have any cocoa beans myself right now.
And then this is the first floor.
Okay.
And I am an addict of using furnaces.
Oh, yeah.
So I always have a lot of furnaces for no reason around. Some of them should have some have coal, others have nothing.
For sure.
And it looks messy. This room looks messy because I was doing a lot of clearing for that enchanted book and the Linkin Park logo. So that's why I have these 2 chests that look very bad in here.
Don't you love that? I do that all the time. Whenever I'm working on a build, I take a couple chests with me and I just drop them there and leave stuff in them. And when I'm done, I don't always remember to pick them up. It's kind of frustrating.
And then here we have the enchanting room.
Awesome.
I have several bookshelves here, as well as an anvil in case anybody that enchants needs to combine their items or their books.
Very cool.
I just have it there, free use. I also have some lapis in case anybody wants to use that. I don't charge. And
awesome.
then right here, this started as a secret room, but then it became a not so secret room.
That everybody knows about, naturally.
Everybody knows about it. And then we have this enchanting, the brewing cave, as I call it. I have several rooms that have several villagers, zombie villagers, in the process of being cured. And they're not in poor condition. As you can see, I have a cauldron with water, clean water, in a bed so they can sleep.
So it's hospitable for a jail.
Yeah.
A jail.
Yeah, every once in a while I give them their fish in case they want to eat. And I need to cure them, by the way. And there we go. So both villagers are now shaking because it was a strong effect. And now we wait for 2 minutes and they should be cured.
Excellent, excellent.
So now we have to do the fun part, which is waiting.
Well, they both look like they're white coats, so hopefully you got maybe a mending villager in here or a frostwalker or something like that.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't want to find any unbreaking or fire protection.
Yeah. My luck is I always get cartographers. Like, the first time I ever got a cartographer, I was so excited. I'm like, man, this is so cool. I'm going to get the Ocean Explorer map and the Woodland Explorer map, and then, like, 15 more villagers later, I'm like, okay, can I get a librarian, please? And can I get one with, a mending book or something? Because I'm tired of these maps. They're not doing me any good anymore.
Yeah, and everything changes when you get the cartographer, grab the Woodland Explorer map, and then spend like an hour trying to find a woodland mansion.
Oh yeah, I know all about that.
And then you never find it.
Yep.
So you're just disappointed and want to throw your device away. I know I did once.
Oh, it happens. It happens. Yeah, I spent nearly 3 hours walking in one direction trying to find a woodland mansion, and I did finally find it, but inside there was nothing. There was no, like, there were just a couple of the Vindicators. There were no Evokers, so I didn't get any Totems of Undying, and, like, the best loot that I got out of that whole thing... Oh, look, they changed.
Finally.
The best loot that I got out of that whole thing was 1 diamond block and a few dark oak saplings.
It's worth it. It's worth the travel.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so the first villager is a librarian with a Silk Touch book.
Boo.
And then the second one is a librarian with... Oh, my goodness.
Wait, what is it? I have to click on
Look at it. Look at it. Oh, my.
No way, dude.
No way.
I called it, too.
I told you. I told you.
That's awesome.
Frostwalker 2, not 1. Frostwalker 2.
Oh,
That's
yes.
super, super rare.
That's amazing. So
wow.
How much you going to charge me to come use your villager?
It's totally free, man. We found it together. We got it together.
All right, man.
Wow.
Well, now I got to find...
I was not expecting Frostwalker 2.
No way, man. Now I got to find 58 emeralds somewhere.
Yeah.
That's the challenge.
And then next, this is something that not many know, but if you press this button...
Ooh.
There's a door.
I like that. And it automatically closes, too.
Yeah, it took me quite a while to find out how to make it work on Pocket Edition because, as you guys know, redstone is not the same as on Minecraft Java. So you had to find a way to make it work. And this is another door. This right here is a farm.
Okay.
That I'm currently using for wheat.
Awesome.
Because I'm going to use it for a barn. I'm going to create blocks of wheat or hay bale. So right here, I just have a bunch of wheat growing up. When everything is done, I just press this button and water will pop out from the dispensers.
Awesome.
Bring all the items down. And then... wait, did you break something?
I don't think so.
So every single item will come down onto this hoppers.
Okay.
And then they will be sent into this chest, which, by the way, has several items already. So it's doing work.
That's awesome. So tell me a little bit about the design inspiration for this. What's up with these logs up here? What are you going for?
The log. I wanted to create the farm. But I did not want it to create like a greenhouse. I wanted to create something unique, kind of unique. And since I had this artificial jungle biome, I wanted to add something new. So I tried to create an effect of a giant, ancient jungle tree that fell down.
Awesome.
But I had some support. As you can see, I have like some beam effect over here. There's this one.
Oh yeah, I see it. I'm actually outside right now taking a peek.
Yeah, there's like 2 beams holding the tree, the falling tree.
Okay.
And then at the tip of the tree, there's magma blocks that it's an effect of it been burning and still burning. Like if lightning struck it and then it just broke down, but not all the way down.
Okay. I see what you're going for. I love it, man. That's awesome.
And then over here, well, you cannot see it, but above, there is a Linkin Park logo that you cannot see because it was used, I used black concrete, so it's technically invisible during the nighttime.
Oh, nice.
And then I created this masterpiece, which is a lighthouse.
Dude, I love the lighthouse with the rotating beacon up there. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and then I created this spiral staircase.
Okay.
That goes all the way up to the redstone. And that is in case I mess up or if the rotating light messes up, I'll just hit the button and reset everything.
Oh, nice.
But right now, it is working as intended, so I don't need to do anything. It is rotating.
I watched the video where you made this, and you said that there was some issues that you couldn't actually do the rotating beacon. How did you fix that? Because I'm just curious.
I forgot about one of the steps, and that was having the 4 initial repeaters.
Okay.
Tick all the way up, like 3 ticks.
Okay.
So the delay was what mattered in order to create the rotating effect.
Got it.
Yeah, because initially I had like only one tick, or I think no ticks, and then it was just active. But when you put the delay on the 4 initial repeaters, then it allows for this rotating effect. So this is the Enchanted book, the newest edition on this Unity SMP. And I here have the villager, which is a shopkeeper. And yeah, the floor and the roof are both an enchanted book.
Dude, that's so cool.
And then I have 4 different prices, 5 diamonds, 20 diamonds, 10 diamonds, and 15 diamonds.
Oh, sorry about that.
And I have a bunch of books that I'm willing to sell.
I might have to come see you a little later. I'm gonna have to get that diamond pick back that I tragically lost in lava. I don't think I've told you guys about this yet. I was going mining for some andesite when I was building my shop, which I'll show off here a little bit later. And I was getting some andesite, and I fell in a hole that I didn't see, and I was, suffocating in lava. And on me, I had my diamond mending silk touch unbreaking 3. Tragically lost it. It's gone, so I'm going to have to, pony up and buy some enchantments to get that back, unfortunately.
Yep. And over here, this is a very old build as well. A Poke Center. It looks kind of weird. It was during the time we had a lot of bone, and I said, why not use all the bone?
Dude, love it.
And I know some people commented me about the floor, and
okay,
the terracotta, and
yeah,
that they don't like it because it doesn't fit the center.
Okay, I actually really like it, but I'm using the BOO texture pack, so it looks really cool on my end. I'm not sure what it looks like on vanilla, or what texture pack are you using?
I'm using the default.
Default, okay. Yeah, I don't know what this looks like in default because I haven't seen it yet, but in BOO's texture pack, it looks awesome. I love it. It feels really subtle and all of that.
Yeah, on the default, it's just like a giant sun.
Okay.
Like the 4 blocks are just a sun.
Gotcha.
And then around it, it's like a blue outline.
Okay.
So it looks kind of weird. And many people told me, it doesn't look right.
Hey, that's just a matter of opinion, right? Sometimes building is all about preference, and there's a science behind what looks good and what doesn't, but a lot of it is based off of what your personal preference is,
Yeah, and honestly, I would fix it. I would add another kind of terracotta, but since finding all the terracotta took me a long time, I'm just gonna say no.
Yeah.
No for now.
All right, so there it is right there. That is the stump, and this is just an idea that I just randomly came up with one day. I'm trying to figure out what kind of house I want to build on here, and I'm I don't want to go with the basic starter house that I've done 1,000 times before, because I've got my go-to houses that I build when I'm just starting out. And I was I want to do something completely out of the box. And so I just started building in a creative testing world and came up with this tree stump idea. And then I had some of my subscribers comment on my videos, and they're what would be really cool is if you expanded this idea, made it look like the tree snapped in half and a log fell on the ground. And there's still some stuff on the exterior. I'll show you that in a second that I haven't done that I want to do when 1.2 comes out, but I'm still waiting on a couple of new blocks and able to do that. So let's actually take a look down here first. This is actually the community mine. I built this, I think, in my 2nd episode on the realm, and basically it's just a community mine shaft where people can go. Yeah, we can hop down here if you want. Where people can go branch mining. That's the word I'm looking for. And it's open for anybody to use. There's no cost to use it, and anybody can mine in here and keep whatever they find. And I actually was branch mining right before we started this episode, and I found, I think, 11 diamond ore while I was down this branch mine, and it's at diamond level, so it's a great place to go mining for diamonds, and there's still a lot of untapped land down here. Let's jump on in here real quick and show you around the interior of this house. This is my starter house, and it's got the basics. I got my bed and the chest where I keep all of my spare tools and valuables and things that I just want to get quickly. And then back over here, I've got my starter furnace, and it's nothing too amazing to look at. I've actually got an auto smelter, so I don't think I'm ever going to use this furnace again. It's more for aesthetic purposes now. So up here, I've got my enchanting room, and it's definitely the overgrown style. So you come in here to the part of the tree that was dug out, and inside we've got our enchanting table.
Wow. Wow, it looks awesome.
It's pretty compact in here, huh?
Yeah.
So I've got the essentials, and I've got my lapis right here in this single chest right next to the entrance. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all these chests yet. Mainly it's for storage. I've got unenchanted books over in this chest over here, and the rest of these will be like if I've got spare enchanted tools or if I've got enchanted books or anything like that, I'll basically store those in here. Then on over here, we've got my basic starter farm, and it looks like some mobs have stomped on my farmland here, so I'm going to fix that in a minute. But I've got wheat, carrots, potatoes, anything you would need to get started. I definitely want to, take some lessons from what you've already done with your farm and make mine a little bit bigger in the future, get some automatic redstone action going on where I can auto-collect the crops and then just go replant everything and wait for it to grow. So I love your farm idea, man. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Oh,
and then over here, I haven't done the pathway just yet, so that's something I'm probably going to do really soon, potentially in today's episode, but maybe a little bit later. We'll see. And in here is the... I guess I didn't show this off out here. This is the quote-unquote part of the log that fell off the top of this tree stump over here. And as you can see, I've got like these fences that are like sharp, jagged edges that snapped off when it fell over, and it's kind of been here for a while because it's overgrown with the leaves and all of that. And then eventually, my idea, this is why I need to wait to do some of this until 1.2, is like over here, I want to build up and dig down a little bit more with some coarse dirt to make it look like there was like a crater that was built, or not built, made when the stump fell over. Just a lot of dirt kicked up in the air and the ground displaced and all of that. So I got to wait a little bit before I can do that, but those are my ideas for the exterior of the log. Beyond that, I'm not sure what we're going to do as far as building anything more outside just yet, but inside... This is same concept, overgrown, and it looks like it's been cut out of the piece of the log. We've got our auto smelter, and up here is the input chest, and right here you put the coal in, and right here you put the ore or the food or whatever you like to put in there, and you just sit and wait. All right, so we're over here at the blue table. It is a table saw, so if you back up a little bit, you can see the blade coming out of the top there. And I actually just realized there's one thing that I want to do with the design of this that I didn't do in my actual build. I did it in the creative world, but I forgot to do it. I was supposed to put a log out the end of the blade, making it look like it was chopping it in half. So we're going to have to fix that at some point. But the overall building is complete, and basically it's a table saw, so it's supposed to be a lumber and tool store. And if you go on inside, you can take a look and see that each of the items that are for sale, that will be for sale, because not everything is in stock just yet. I'm getting there. It's taking a little bit of time, but everything that is going to be available to sell is right above the chest that it will be located in. So planks and stairs and slabs and all of that, one of each kind, like, for example, oak and spruce, they'll share a chest, and then birch and jungle wood, they'll share a chest and all of that kind of stuff. And then logs have their own chest, because they will probably be the most popular items sold, because you can make planks out of logs and you'll get more bang for your buck that way. But we're going to price things out so that it's more reasonable for people to buy the items that they want to buy versus just paying for logs. So we'll see. We'll have to tinker with pricing a little bit based on what sells, but yeah, that's basically it. So
Sure.
So thanks a lot, Dark. I really appreciate you showing me around your place. Thanks for checking mine out. It was a lot of fun just getting to see what other people are doing on here and see what you're up to. I'd love to keep keep tabs on you and see what you do, especially with that villager. I'm going to be stopping by again to get a Frostwalker book.
Yeah, it was a very lucky villager.
Oh my goodness. So good. So good.
So on camera.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that little base tour with xDarkAbsolute and myself. It was a lot of fun, and that was my first collaboration of the season, and I hope to do more of that kind of stuff with some of the other members as well, whether it's world tours or doing some caving or doing some builds together or whatever it might be. I definitely want to do that, because that's the point of playing on a multiplayer realm, is being able to collaborate with other players. So we're going to do that as often as we can. It might be a little bit of time before we can do it again, because we are either just about to have a baby or we have already had one by the time this episode releases. So the pre-recording, the backlogging, that is almost done. Do not fret. We're almost done with this backlogging stuff, and everything from that point forward should be current. So right now what we need to do before we do anything else is we need to go gather up some supplies. I'm going to go on a little bit of a mining session, and I'm going to do all of that off camera. I know some of you have requested that I do some mining on camera. We'll do that in the future. Today is not the episode for that, because we need to go get some more resources and regroup and get some more enchanted armor, some enchanted tools, some enchanted weapons, and we need to get our diamond pick back and our diamond sword back. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to do that today, but I at least want to get the necessary resources to get headed down that path. If you don't know what happened, I mentioned it earlier, I believe. I fell into a pit of lava while I was gathering andesite for the shop. So I couldn't get out. I dropped a bucket of not a bucket of lava, a bucket of water. I dropped a bucket of water, and I dropped some blocks trying to get myself out of there, and I had no luck. I died. I died way too quick, and I unfortunately, I talked about this the day that I got that mending pick. The only way that we were going to lose it is if we ever fell into a pit of lava and it burned up, and that's exactly what happened. So let me go mining for a little bit, and I'll tell you what we're going to do next here in just a second in the next clip. All right, so I've done quite a bit of resource gathering off camera. We went mining for quite a bit, and we got some diamonds, we got some iron, we got some stuff to repair, some of our iron tools and armor, and we actually crafted up our first set of full diamond tools, and I'm not going to use most of them just yet, because what I'm doing now is I'm heading over to the skeleton farm so that we can gather some XP and do some enchanting a little bit later. And again, this will be the last jump cut before we get any progress done on the build for today. And what I'm thinking we're going to do is we're going to keep it simple. Since we did a world tour with, or a base tour rather, with DarkAbsolute earlier, we're going to do some polishing on our base. And what we're going to do is finish the path that we started, but doesn't connect up to the downed log. So we're going to finish the path there, and we're also going to do a pathway to our new shop. So that's the plan as of right now, but I'm going to do some not resource gathering, I'm going to do some XP gathering for the moment so that we can enchant some of this stuff up and get back to where we were before we died in the lava. So as soon as I finish this up, we will get to building, and we'll finish up this episode together. Okay, guys, I spent quite a bit of time at the skeleton farm, and we got enough to do enchantments on all of our tools and weapons, but we didn't do anything on the armor, which I'm still undecided on whether I want to re-enchant iron armor or whether I just want to grind through and get diamonds and get diamond armor. So I'm still trying to figure that out. I haven't enchanted the armor yet, but here's what we got on our tools. I got Silk Touch 1 on the diamond shovel. Not bad, not great. Okay, it'll be fine for now. Hopefully we can get an Unbreaking 3 book so that we can put that on there. And then we got an Unbreaking 2 axe. Again, not great, but it's something. And then here's where it gets good. On our diamond sword, we have Unbreaking 3, Looting 2, Smite 4, and Fire Aspect 2, which is awesome. And even better, on our diamond axe, we got, or not diamond axe, diamond pickaxe, we got Silk Touch, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4. This is the identical pickaxe that I had, minus the mending, so we're going to have to check that out here in a little bit. Sometime soon. Probably not in this episode. I'll probably do it off camera, but I'm going to go try to find mending from either AGHQ shop, Jack's shop, or xDarkAbsolute's brand new shop that he just opened that is shaped like an enchanted book. So cool, so cool. I hope you guys enjoyed that tour a little bit earlier. So let's run on out here, and I want to show you what we're going to do. Basically, this pathway right here, we're going to extend this all the way back over here. And it shouldn't take too long because we're just going to go in here and kind of randomly carve this out. Like, we're just going to put down some path blocks here and there and maybe put in some, let's see, right here, let's put in a plank, and then maybe right here we'll put in another plank, and then, oh, actually, that's a log, so we'll just leave that for now. It doesn't look bad. And then over here, maybe we'll put a couple of planks like this. And we got to be careful with the leaves because there is water under there, and I forgot that that was there. So actually, I'm just going to go ahead and carve out the path blocks and do all of this detailing off camera. And I'll come back to you here in just a second when we've got all of the progress done, and then we'll move over to the pathway next to our shop, because that's going to be a little bit different, but it's going to be a lot less tasking. It's going to be a pretty simple pathway, and it shouldn't take very long. So we're about done for today, but let me do this off camera, and I'll be right back with you here in just a couple minutes. Okay, so I just finished up the pathway over here, and I want to show you what we've come up with. It's pretty much the same thing as over here, but something I wanted to point out is this. Right here, these little slabs that change the elevation for us. They help us to go over this smoothly so that we don't have to jump. Oh, no. Oh, no! Creepers! Okay, well, give me a couple minutes to clean this up and fix this path, and I'll finish what I was saying in just a second. I'll be right back. So I fixed up the path, and these slabs right here, they help us to change elevation without having to jump. And it's a smooth transition over that hill, and the other thing that's nice about it is something that makes paths interesting, not just the texturing like this, but change in direction like this, and change in elevation. So this goes up, that goes up, and if you come on around here to where we finished the path, it comes back down. So changes in direction, changes in elevation are always a good thing if you're putting a path between one thing or another. I know they say the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, and while that's true, it's not always the most interesting distance between 2 points. So in your pathways, in your transitions between your locations, that's what I would encourage you to do. See, like this path right here, I didn't even build this one, but there's a lot of variation, there's a lot of curves, there's a lot of difference in the direction that it's going, and that just makes pathways interesting. So let's hop on over to the shop, and we'll finish up the pathway over there, and then we should call it a day for this episode. Okay, so I'm over here right next to JackFrostMiner's 2 shops, which is right across the way from our table saw building that is our wood shop, our lumber and supply store. So what I want to do is I want to connect up the path that Jack has already laid out. And I want to keep with the same theme. It's just dirt paths, the path blocks, with some bone-mealed grass around it. And the flowers are left there. I don't normally keep the flowers, but I kind of like the way that this looks. It brings a little bit more color into an already pretty green environment. And so a little bit more than green and brown is pretty good with me. So I'm just going to choose right here, I think. This would be a good place to go because it kind of goes off this direction for his path, or for his shop, and then this direction for his other shop, and maybe we just make it like a little intersection right here and go in between these trees. I don't want to take down any of these trees because I know he put these here for this specific reason of this being the pathway, but I kind of like the idea of going in between them to get to my shop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just carve out a little bit of a pathway here, break some of this bone-mealed grass, and don't worry, I'll put it back when we're done. And I need to make sure I get my grass blocks out just in case I break one and need to replace it. And I want to try to keep with the same like width as well, so it's not really wider than 2 blocks at any other point in the whole pathway. So while we're doing this, one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is this may be one of the last few videos that I'm able to record before the baby comes. And so I just want to reassure and reiterate something that I've already said, that if you see a sudden drop-off in videos, if this is one of the last couple, I may be able to put out 1 or 2 more after this, If you see a sudden drop-off, don't freak out, don't worry. It doesn't mean that I've quit. It doesn't mean that I'm not coming back. It means that I'm on a short break because while we've got a new baby in the house, I want to be able to spend the necessary time and focus that requires. And, you know, quite honestly, I'm going to be tired as well. I'm not going to have a whole lot of energy to record beyond taking care of my normal everyday responsibilities of being with my family and raising my kids. So it's going to be a little bit of time before I can get back into the swing of things with recording, but it's not going to be too terribly long of a break, I don't think. So just be patient, bear with me. If you want to know information about when I might be coming back, I'm going to be able to post that kind of stuff on Twitter. It's a lot easier to post a 120-character tweet than it is to create a video to say, hey, I'm back, or hey, I'm not back yet, hey, here's how many weeks that I'll be out, or how many days that I'll be out, or whatever that might be. So that's pretty much it for that. And this is what I wanted to do with my pathway here, because we don't have a door like on Jack's shops. It's basically wide open to the public. I just wanted to broaden this path out a little bit by the time it gets to the front door. And so I'm just going to do a little bit of fanning out of this path, just like this, just so that it makes it look a little bit better. And let me step back and take a look. It's okay. I'm not the biggest fan of it. What I want to do maybe is just go ahead and bring this on out like this. And yeah, I like that a lot better because this flows pretty evenly with the rest of this path, as you can see. And then over here, it widens out to open up to the doorway. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So the other thing that we need to do is same thing, elevation change. We need to make it easy for us to get up here and not have to jump. So just 3 slabs, just like that. And there you go. We're up the hill. And I may be doing some tinkering with this path off camera just because there's some, you know, little rough edges here and there like this. So maybe we'll bring this hill back out a little bit. And that way it will drive us in the correct direction of the path. Yeah, not bad. And maybe we'll take out, I think we'll take out this one right here, this slab, and maybe we'll build this out a little bit as well. Let's do this really quick. And I'm out of grass, so let's get some dirt. And just like that. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It kind of keeps us on the correct pathway. And then we need to come down here and do the same thing with our slabs. And I'm going to go ahead and push this back 1 and put a slab there. There we go. And there we go. Not bad, not bad. And we need to do the same thing coming back. Just like that. And for good measure, maybe we will extend this pathway out just a little bit like that. That's looking pretty good. Okay, so let me grab my bone meal real quick, and this is the last little bit of detailing that we need to do. We're just going to kind of throw this around a little bit everywhere along the way, and we're going to try not to overdo it. That's the hard thing to do with bone meal, is when you're bone mealing grass, a lot of times you just go nuts with it, and then you've got too much. Sometimes I do that, and then I thin it out after the fact, which we may end up doing that anyway. We may thin out some of this bone meal because it's already looking pretty intense. So let me throw some of this around for a little bit and make this look a little bit better, and then I'll thin it out, and I'll come back and show you what we've got when we're done, and then we'll call it a day. All right, so let's take a look at what we've done here. We've bone mealed all of this grass over here, and we bone mealed all of this grass over here, and we even put a tree up just so that it's not so sparse over here, but I'll show you the view as we come through these trees right back here. The trees that were originally there that we built our path between, but as you can see, we left quite a few of the flowers. Let me know what you guys think about that. I normally don't leave a lot of flowers, if any, on my paths or with my bone meal. I don't normally use them. So what do you guys think? How do you like it? I thinned it out quite a bit just so it's not so overgrown and it matches the feel of the rest of the pathway. As you can see, there's quite a bit of flowers and quite a bit of grass, but it is still pretty thin in places. So we didn't want to overdo it. But here, let's take a look. just look how awesome this looks as we come around this pathway and as the whole area opens up to our shop and then it all comes into view. Ah, I just love it. I love how you can just shape the terrain with trees and with bone meal and all sorts of stuff like that. Just makes the whole experience a lot different. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Get my sword out. Ah, this is like the third one of these guys that I've run into in the last couple of minutes. They're so frustrating. And now that I've got fire aspect, I got to be careful because I'm catching myself on fire. Ah, okay. Well, now that we've taken care of them, let's head back home and we'll call it a day. Well, guys, that is all the time that I've got for today. I hope you really enjoyed today's episode. It's a little bit different than what we normally do. We've not done any collaborations yet until today. So I hope you liked that. That's the point. Again, that's the point of playing on a multiplayer realm like Unity, is being able to play with other people and do collaborations. And I know you guys have been asking for them for quite a while, and I'm glad that I was able to deliver today. Something I wanted to ask you guys. What kind of collaborations would you like to see in the future? I've got a couple of ideas, and, you know, the general normal ideas are, hey, go fight the Wither together, or go fight the Ender Dragon together, or, you know, do stuff like that, going on adventures and doing the boss fights and doing all of that stuff, which I'm sure we'll eventually do. But beyond those things, what kinds of things would you guys like to see in a collaboration? Would you like to see a build together, or would you like to see a different kind of adventure together? Would you like to see mining and caving together? What do you want to see? So let me know in the comment section what you would like to see for collaborations, and I will try the best that I can as soon as I can to make that happen. But for now, my name is BluJay, and I've got to fly on out of here. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.